Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us on today. As above, so below. We're talking about my day of power. This is Thursday, Jupiter energy. To each and every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. I want to say salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo, Mystic, and Ajays. On this particular channel, I do not teach my personal beliefs, neither do I teach my personal practice, but what I do is teach universal laws because they apply certain ma'am to each and every one of us. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for chiming in, the love, the support. We also want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that have been working that super chat for me, those that have been commenting about, on the videos. It is really helping the algorithm for people to be able to get this particular information. Now, what's up, my baby Scorpio in the house? What's up, Tree Rhonda Aries in the house? To each and every one of you guys, excited to be here with you because I believe that as a spiritual man, I am a leader. And so therefore, even though UPS worked me to the very end and to the very scrub, I still came here, took my shower, walked my dog, and still coming on here to do the will of my Father and Divine Mother. I want to say to each one of you, if you get into these practices, there must be a certain level of commitment, not only to yourself, but to those that depend on you to do what you do best. What's up there, Demetrius Clark in the house? Tribal Love is here. What's up there, Minister Al, my Aquarius? We appreciate you as well. I want to, Mama Susan, I'm sorry, darling, I just saw you. Mama Susan is in the house, the mother of our church, our mother. I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but we thank God for her. We appreciate her. And I want to share it with you guys because I've been doing magic since a child, and I am 51 years old, and I have been blessed to participate in many ceremonies and initiated in traditions. But I came up with a lot of rational thinking. I did not come up with people reading books and thinking that they know it all. I didn't come up with people that were watching videos and all of a sudden they have become a great wonder. I came up with people that did real contra, did real mystic, and there was a certain level of respect, and there was a chain of command that I grew up under, and I also grew up with understanding that no matter how much you grow, and your parents is your parents. Just like your biological parents are your parents regardless of what you become and what you achieve, also your spiritual parents are who they are. And I want to say thank you so very, very much to each and every one of them. There is my Boaz in the house. Thank you so much. I love you, Bo. Appreciate you, Pisces, in the house. Now, I do realize that no matter what I share on this platform, you are grown. Sir, ma'am, you have a right to live in whatever reality you so choose. What's up there, Ryan? Welcome to the tribe. Appreciate you as much. But what I try to do is be as crystal clear as I possibly can. And I want you guys to understand that it's a concern of mine that you have a better understanding of what is going on. So we want to say to each and every one of you guys, this is going to be alive. This is my day of power. Those that have been following me, they know that I teach, even I do your consultations. I teach you about your days of power and how to utilize and benefit as much as you can, Psalm 109, from that particular energy of that day. And so Jupiter has been working it out for me and giving me favor in so many different areas. And so this, I am, if you do not know, I am actually rocking my Fedifun Oya. Yanza is also her name, Mother of Many Colors. But I am crowned Mafedifun Oya, and I'm also crowned by Mafedifun Bablu Aye. I was birthed through Obatala in Ocha, and so therefore in the other traditions, I have different energies that work with me and assist me in my workings that I do for not only myself. What's up there, Marcus Davis? Thank you for joining us. Now, I do realize that everybody that comes to this platform is not interested in what we're talking about and what we're doing. I get all that. But to all of you that are actually here to learn what real energy, frequency, and vibration is and what it is to do real magic and how to harness your own Arche. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Dimitri. I want to encourage you guys that I have been doing this a very long time, and I like doing things a certain type of way. And I like the fact that I like to do things in the spirit of excellence, and I like to show my spirits or my whatever particular deity or a patron of spirits that I'm dealing with, I want to show them that I honor them for who they are, and not and I like to give spirits what they desire, because I like to get what I desire. And so, being a divine creature myself, I really want to encourage many of you guys after I teach this today. I am not trying to be offensive. I am trying to be rational. I am trying to teach people that desire realistic information so they can make educated, informed decisions about what they want to do and how they want to do it, when it comes down to practicing, whether it's hoodoo, voodoo, root work, conjure, whether it's necromancy, whether it's Ifa or Chosi, or whatever particular entity or tradition that your ancestors deem you worthy. Now, I'm going to be coming from Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, verse 19. My subject is "It Costs in These Spiritual Streets." Now, I'm going to be saying some stuff that you might find it financially offensive. But the intention that I am trying to get you to understand is no different than a natural world. It costs. Spiritual world costs as well. What's up, Monique 444? So let me start here first. Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, verse 19. It says this: a feast is made for laughter. Wine maketh merry or happy, but money answereth all things. Now, thank you, Trina, for rocking that 1999 super chat. Now, if you guys have questions, you want to get on there, go to super chat. If you just want to be a blessing to this channel, do super chat. Now, I like your clothes. Thank you so much. I look better with them all, but I appreciate you liking them on me. I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces, and I'm hungry, and I'm liable to say anything. But I want to say this before we get started. I don't care where you go, whether it's hoodoo, voodoo, Wicca, things cost. And you're going to have a lot of practitioners and spiritual people out here in this wild, wild west called the spiritual community. Real people going to tell you what stuff costs. People that want you to believe that they're not about money, they wouldn't be in business. The first lie is you don't want nothing. If you are running a business, you have to have supply and demand. You have to have, in order to be a successful business, you have to have a surplus. So if you're going to get into the ATRs and you want somebody to be honest with you when it comes down to what things cost and why things cost the way that they do, in my particular case, we call it donation. In some other traditions, it's derecho. Some traditions, it's called offering. You can call it whatever, tithe, call it whatever you want to. But revenue is very, very important. And money answers all things. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not concerned about offending you as much as I'm concerned about people that really want to get into certain types of ATRs. I have said this many, many times, and I'm going to say it again. Santeria, Ocha, Lukumi, Haitian Voodoo, they are the costliest. I didn't say that hoodoo didn't cost. I didn't say that Palo didn't cost. I didn't say that shamanism didn't cost. I didn't say Kabbalah. I didn't say Christianity didn't cost. What I did say, sir and ma'am, that if you are going to be a part or get initiated in Haitian Voodoo, the real Haitian Voodoo, not the knockoff, or Ocha, you're going to need some dinero, mucho dinero, or you're going to be suffering, or you're going to be out here pulling stunts. Now, in order for Minister Mario and I to get crowned, the resources were there, they came through, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Even if somebody paid for you to get crowned, it still costs to maintain the ebos, it costs to maintain feeding your orishas. If you are like everything, If you're gonna have parties for your orishas, it costs. If you're in voodoo, it costs to do those parties. I don't know, and I like I said, I was raised up. It take money to make money. I was raised up. You make money, don't let money make you. I was raised up with the mindset you get what you pay for. So I don't go around trying to nickel and dime my way through my spiritual life. Now, I do realize that some of you guys are in situations that you did not consider, just like when you say you want to go to Harvard versus you going to a community college. It doesn't mean that the community college does not cost. It's just not going to cost like Yale. It's not going to cost like Howard University. It's not going to cost like you, what's another one? Princeton. Every form of education, even raggedy education, costs. Even misinformed education costs. Even when people don't do right by you, it still costs. Now, it costs especially the fact that if you get up on a teacher or the tutelage of somebody that does not either know what they're doing or always trying to cut corners to save money for themselves. Always beware of the preacher, the teacher, the tata, the murmur that's always talking about, I'm not here for the money. Because in order to be on social media, it costs. Even if we don't pay for Facebook, we pay in other ways. Because Facebook got to make their money. There's nothing that is existing, whether it is on social media, whether it's in your household, whether it's just having casual sex. Everything costs. If you're going to wash your ass, it costs. If you're going to drink, eat, whatever. If you're going to fleet yourself out. If you're going to douche yourself out. It still costs. So that as a grown man or woman to go around thinking that because you are dealing with the supernatural world to give offerings, liquor, it may not cost your particular orishas or loas and pungos the way it may cost mine because you don't have my set of spirits. Can I say that again? Just because somebody's initiated in the same tradition does not mean that their spirits cost like other people's spirit cost, because you don't have the same egun, you do not have the same moretos, you do not have the same setup, you don't have none. And so to go around talking about how you run your household, see, you might have great value in your household, but you will get cussed out if you bring great value in my household. My mama tried me. I ain't cussed her out, but she had to go. I'm gonna say it again, y'all. I want to be honest with you. I want you to understand as a tata, a mumbo, a hugan. You need to understand. I don't care if it's counter work. It costs. If you're going to do work on your own, that means you cannot expect other people to give you their knowledge freely just because you want to go, as you say, the cheaper route. Baby, you're grown. It don't matter. You can self-initiate. Like, I don't get on social media to argue with people. I'm going to tell you like this, from a grown man's perspective. You either pay now or you're going to pay later. If you want me to keep it 1,000 with you, I encourage you. Monique 444 said, definitely a lifestyle and not a handout. Bad purchase. And it costs to keep upkeep. Exactly. Now, what's up, Shamari? Nah, baby, you're right on time. Now, this is why I say these things, because it is so really, really important that a lot of y'all think, especially if you grew up in the church, you think because you're going through something that makes that man or woman obligated to help you. Sir, ma'am, they did not create your problem. This is why you should make decisions based off what I've been telling you the whole time. Sit down first and count up the cost. Can you afford to get entangled with this man or woman? Can you afford to keep getting slick out the mouth on that job and lose your job? Can you afford the behavior that you have? Can you afford the type of friends you have? See, everything costs in these spiritual streets. It will cost you to be yoked up with the wrong person, especially if you get into warfare. It will cost you to be a friend to somebody that keeps creating enemies. Everything costs. Some things don't cost money. Some things cost you time. Some things cost you your dignity. Some things cost you your pride. Some things will cost you your life. I'm here to tell you the truth. Now, if you want somebody to lie to you and say, oh, all you got to do is, let me tell y'all something. You get certain man, no matter if it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, or Kumi. I'm the type of guy like this. I like to invest in, and that's why I don't like jumping from Tata, Mumbo, Hugon, whatever. I like to be a relationship. I'm going to use your word that you like to hear. It's cheaper to me to build authentic relationships with people and don't have to worry about them trying to gyp me, con me, stiffen me, trying to make a dollar when I can just be good to them. And if they are skilled in their profession, they're going to, in return, going to be good to me. Does that always turns out that way? No, sir, no, ma'am. But I have a higher success rate in building authentic relationships with people, places, and things. What's up, my Sagittarius? Stormy from Detroit. Hello, Tribe. Hello, Chief. Thank you so much, baby. Little Spoon, suck these nuts. So, and sunglasses. These are my reading glasses. Anyway, as business people deal with currency, you as a spiritual individual, whether you ever get into this as a profession is irrelevant. You are a business entity all by yourself, and there must be currency. And my spiritual dad used to call it the operating expense. You must have resources to be able to function. And I also want you guys to consider this: if you're going to be dealing with people or tatas, mumbos, whoever, and they're not going to be in the city with you, it costs for you to travel. If you're going to be dealing with clientele that's in other areas of life, it costs. That's why I told you guys when I set up income in order to take care of my travel, because I don't believe in walking into a situation and hoping somebody do right by me. I'm gonna say this again. When it said money answered all things, a lot of you guys are going to get into not only with other elders, but you're going to get into with your clients, because there's a lack of funds. And when you are not in a position to be getting paid for what you believe you're working, then a lot of times you're going to have underlying issues about how you helping people, because you're so busy trying to charge less in order to get a bunch of people to come to you. And now you're overworked and underpaid. I'm going to say it again. Now you're overworked because you decided, because you want to prove that you're so different than everybody else. And I'm not all about the money. I'm here to help people. Where it costs to help people. Just like it costs to have sex. Just like it costs to argue with somebody. Just like it costs to be happy with somebody. It costs. If you have a question, please hit that chat. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. We done explain this over and over and over, and people want me to believe that they are spiritual when you can't follow simple instructions. And somebody shouldn't have to tell you something over and over again. But I appreciate y'all, because that's why y'all monitor. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to give you an example. I have to go Saturday. There was derecho that I had to come up because my cauldrons have to be fed again, and I have to actually sacrifice another pig to my voodoo spirit. So when spirits are working hard for you, I'm going to say this again, sir and ma'am, it's just like your cell phone. You keep using the charge on your cell phone, it's going to get weak. If you want your egoons, you want your spirits, you want everything to be at operating optimum level, you must keep giving them the things that they need in order to operate for you the way that you are supposedly liking. Now, to all of you that ever hop like I did, or ever had hotel, you realize that when you go and pay that hotel fee, whether you are at a Super 8 or you are at a more refined, I like to go to, when I go down the south, I like to go to the Marriott, I like to go to Weston. I like to go to certain places, do my thing. So DoubleTree used to be a big thing for me. But long story short, you know that when you pay, you don't take them people furniture. You don't take them people towels. Some of y'all thieves, you do. But my point is, most of us understand that just because you purchase that room for that time, that you do not have ownership of those tools, of those towels. You have usage of them. Those are not your maids. Those are the hotel maids that are paid to actually clean your room. Those are not your individual traveling maids. So when you understand that, sir and ma'am, when you get into Ocha, you get into Santeria, you get into heavier aspects of magic, you come in with the mindset that you're ready financially to assume this responsibility. It is no different, sir and ma'am, that if you get into a relationship with a woman with 5 kids or 6 kids or 2 kids or 1 kid, you know there's a financial responsibility. If you gay, you get in a relationship with a man with children, you understand before. Certain conversations don't need to be had when you sitting there looking at more than one mouth to feed. You know what it takes to feed you, so you got to understand that everybody don't have the same appetite, spiritually or naturally. Thank you, B. Stacy. Hey, thank you so much for that $5. Thank you. Now, why is this important, and why you are gonna still struggle, whether you're in E5 voodoo? Because I see my brothers, especially my blacks, my American blacks, with that Christian mindset. Jesus paid it all. And you're going to expect your tata, you're going to expect your madrina or your padrino or your oba, especially, or your mambo or your bokor, because I'm talking about Haitian voodoo and I'm talking about Ocha. Those are costly. You're going to be expecting these people to go into their pocket to buy you a goat, to buy you a guinea hen, or buy you a duck, or whatever it is that your spirits or your ancestors are asking for. Sir and ma'am, that's not their responsibility. When you get into magic, know that you're getting into a lifestyle that costs. Please, sir and ma'am. I am struggling physically and spiritually. That means you need to get a consultation. All you have to do is go to my website and book a consultation with Chief Apostle Samuel James. You got to take care of your things. Spirits and Apollo. Those folks have to go to work. And that's another thing people don't understand. Like my spiritual brothers and sisters have to take off from work to come and do my ceremonies. Nobody cares how much somebody likes you. They're not finna do that. They're not finna lose money where they can't take care of their household and their responsibility because you need somebody you need an Oshun there, or you need a Oba there, or you need a child of Oshun, or you need a child of Yimiya. Sir, ma'am, y'all need to talk to people. It's like going to buy a house and you don't have a plan. Like how you gonna? Let me tell you something. When I went to get this house that I'm in now, that I'm streaming from, I already had money. When I went after this house, I already had money put up. And Minister Mario was with me, and we was going around looking for different houses. And I seen houses bigger than this house, cheaper but bigger than this house. I wasn't interested. When I came in this house, I knew this was the house. So, long story short, he told the real estate agent, he said, this is the type of person, when he see what he want, he's not gonna have you running around and just looking at houses. He intend to buy. He don't go to a car lot. He don't go to the grocery store. He don't go to the whole house. I don't go nowhere with the intention of not getting something. I'm gonna say that again, sir and ma'am. I don't know how you do stuff, but I don't go and waste people's time. I'm not gonna stand in front of your I don't window shop. I'm not gonna go into a department store trying on your clothes with no intention of purchasing. I am not that type of person. I am not that kind of consumer. I'm not that kind of spiritual. I'm not gonna walk around in your what is it called? Your botanica, looking around and have no intention. I'm not gonna be touching your stuff with no intention of purchasing. I don't believe in wasting time, energy, and money, and I don't like people to do it to me, and I don't do it to other people. So when I talk to my padrino, it's about business. It's about the next move, and all I ask these questions: how much they're gonna cost? I'm not looking for, so you do what you do, and I need to position myself. And so therefore, I need to know what I got to arrange and what I need to shift. Okay? So, when you go into these spaces, this is why some of you guys get such a, you feel like you are the black sheep of your coven, the black sheep of your elay, your church, whatever. A lot of times it's just that you broke. You got the children at Disney World. You ain't got the money. So you'll start arguing with the kids. So as though they wrong for not want, because they don't want Mickey Mouse, and the potato chips are, and the water are extremely high. You can spend $10 just on potato chips and water. Sometimes $20, $15. You knew before you went to Disney World that it costs to operate in Disney World. To have a good time in Disney World, it costs. It is not nobody's responsibility but yours to count up the cost before you get involved. This is why you see some santeros or people or santeras around there eating spaghetti out of a plastic bowl, because they did not financially set themselves up to actually go to school and still live. Initiate and still live. Get scratched and still live. Get you some ass on the side and still take care of your wife and your husband. You understand? My spiritual dad taught me you cannot afford. You cannot afford hoes. If you can't maintain your household, that's like in other countries. If you can't maintain the first wife, why would they let you marry a second wife? If you can't maintain your first and second wife, why would they allow you to marry a third wife? The only people that have those many wives are the people that can actually afford to take care of that second, third, or fifth wife the same way he takes care of his first wife. So this is why I say certain man on my and Oya rules the marketplace. I strive to educate you guys with my money work. For all of y'all that don't burn better business. Better business means you get better at your business. Money blessing is to bring forth blessings over your money. And I also have protection. So if somebody's trying to hex, jinx, or evil eye your finances, you have something in the atmosphere to combat. If you are trying to succeed in life, you must become proficient at resource or money. You can't have a good time as a whole. That's why some of y'all end up sick behind your sexual escapade, because you can't even financially clean your own ass. Huh? You can go and do some dirty, nasty, filthy stuff and still be clean if you can financially take care of yourself. You can't even get the proper herbs, the vitamins, the health care to maintain the life that you are trying to live, sir and ma'am. It takes resources. And for whatever reason, some of y'all think, let me tell y'all something. What's up there, Pisces goddess? Let me tell y'all this. I have, for the love of melanated people, I'm a church. I am 501c, and that's why we donate everything. All my services are donation based, because I am trying to help you recycle your dollars, especially when you are financially challenged. If you, sir and ma'am, think that $1,000 is a lot of money, you leave Ocha alone. Leave Haitian voodoo alone. Even in Palo, my cauldrons, even with favor, were $4,000 a piece. Everything you go after, and then maintaining, feeding them animals. Nobody's fit to give you a goat for free. I don't care if you are a Tata in Kisi. I don't care if you're a Paleto. Nobody's going to give you, because you're a child of Oshun, they're going to give you free fruit. Sir, ma'am, grow all the way up. Sit down and ask yourself, okay, can I do this particular tradition because I still got young children? I'm still married. My husband or my wife is financially challenged. I'm the breadwinner. You need to be considering all of this. Is going to tell you what type of conjure you need to be doing if you're going to move forward. And if you want to have a good experience with Ocha, you want to have a good experience in voodoo. And guess what? When Minister Mario was going through getting crowned, even though the other Madrina, they did not do certain things, even that the ruler priest had to correct our warriors and our Osu. He was correcting Minister Mario's first. We still had to pay for the correction. Even if you have to correct what somebody has done incorrectly, it still costs. I need y'all to understand that even if somebody screwed you over, it's still going to cost you to turn that thing around. Because at the end of the day, they screwed you over. So you can't say, fuck it. Can I talk to grown people? Because I don't know what else to tell you. Even if somebody messed over you and they did things incorrectly, you still needed to be corrected. And it's going to cost you to correct it. So my thing is, stop running around here to this person and that person and that person and ask your ego, who is it? So you can minimize the cost in your life by building real relationship, trustworthy relationship, and understanding I want to recycle my dollars. And people that when you recycle your dollars with your tatas, your mumbos, your hugon, your spiritualists, know what's going to happen? They're going to look out for you because they see that you're constantly investing in them. And somewhere, somehow, you're going to gain favor with that individual. If they just decent. Can I say this again? If you intend to get involved, especially working with, I'm not here to tell you who to work with. What I am saying, if you are trying to do real magic and you want real breakthrough, you cannot give your lawyer $50,000 and give your spiritualist $1,000 and you think that spiritualist is going to carry the weight of your case. It's not going to happen. If they're telling you that, they're lying to you. How can I do a federal case for you for $1,500, for $3,000? Like, it don't make no sense. I got to work on all these people, and I'm supposed to. So I'm gonna go to work at UPS, and when I get paid, I'm gonna take my money that I work for, so I can buy stuff so you can get victory in your legal situation. Come on, y'all. This is why I tell: if you can't afford to be a drug dealer, stop selling drugs. If you can't afford your lawyer, if you can't afford your conversary, if you can't afford the phone call, then you don't need to be selling drugs. I think it's very simple. You don't need to tell if it's unprofitable, if you out there on a pole and you can't pay your light bill, you need to come off the pole. Your ass ain't that great. Nobody wants to buy. Come off. It's costing you too much money and time to be on that pole because you're not surplusing. I'm just being honest with you. Because some of y'all think that you're going to be out here engaging yourself with certain people. Some of you cannot, like some people trying to date me. You cannot date me. I can't afford to give myself to you because you're too broke. You cannot afford to even go around and go to places I go. Like you can't even keep Minister Mario. He was making $85,000, and there's times that I had to catch him because he couldn't afford to keep on doing what I was doing on a regular. Okay? It costs to live a certain lifestyle, and it costs to be around certain people. Just like I could not afford to be around JC and Beyonce. My money ain't that long. I got some inches, but my money ain't that long. Depending on where you are and who you working with, depends on economically what you have the range to do. And I turned around because I'm a businessman. I made it easy. How much do I make? Why do you want to know what I make? You can't even afford to do a super chat for $2 and you want to know what I make. Like, let me tell y'all something. I don't try to be funny with y'all. I be trying to make you think. If you can't afford, how you gonna get crowned when I already know what it costs? If me and you go out of town and I know what it costs for me to go out of town and do what I do, then and I know that you're not going to spend or go to the place or the restaurants that I'm going to go to, I'm not going to have you talking about, oh, no, it's okay, I'm going to stay in the hotel. No. Me and you ain't for the party together. Me and you ain't for the fuck. We ain't doing nothing together because I'm not, no finance, no romance. Let me explain something to y'all. You can't possibly be in spiritual practices and ask these questions. There's no entity, especially in America, because we live in a capitalist society. These elekes had to be bought, and then they had to be washed. That cost. Nobody gonna be digging up flowers and plants for you for free. Nobody's going to be going to the ocean with you and throwing OB for you for free. When Shadow Woods took me and Minister Mario to do all the points in Palo, she was paid. Her and her husband, we compensated both of them, and we also paid for the work to get done. Y'all want people to be out here doing certain things for y'all, and y'all want them to do it from the kindness of their heart. But when you pull up to the gas station, and they just like I have to drive there, they had to drive here. So we took care of their gas, we took care of their accommodation, and we took care of their food. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. See, a lot of you guys don't know that I have a lot of stuff get done to make sure that I am in right standing in order to serve you guys correctly. To be able to minister to the needs of thy people. Even though I'm a pastor practicing the black arts and the ATRs. I want to be licensed. I want to be in a position so me and Mr. Mario, and I told many of you guys, instead of, you can't afford it, then why don't you have these talisman? Why don't you have the only $300? If you can't donate $300, how you gonna get Oshun? If you can't buy the tire on the Mercedes, then how are you gonna buy the Mercedes? If you can't buy the furniture in the house, how are you gonna purchase the house? Like, make it make sense. Hey Lamont, thank you for coming back. Somebody block Lamont. Lamont don't have no subscribers. I went on your channel. You are nothing and a nobody. Your words mean nothing just like your channel don't mean nothing. And this is another thing. When things cost y'all, you will learn how to disband certain people. You know why? Because they have nothing to add to your life. You know what I'm saying? Most people that marry for love normally go hungry. I'm not telling you you can't love somebody, but when you get these bills, these responsibilities start setting in, and I work, I have to come home. Let me give you. They worked me all the way. I had 30 minutes. The drive, my drive time is like 45 minutes. That's why I'm so late. Get it home, had to walk Shango, take a bath, come on live. Yeah, I didn't buy no food, nothing. I didn't have time. Didn't have time. Responsibility. Because at the end of the day, everything costs. Everything costs. And if you want to excel in life, you need to sit down and count up the cost of why you want to be in hoodoo. Why you want to be in voodoo. Books, if you want people to give you pamphlets, that paper costs. Like, I don't know why that this is such a hard thing to gather, but you go on your job and you don't do that for free. You start your business, you don't do that for free. And especially if you got a loan to start your business. That means you got to make money to pay that loan back and then have a surplus. If you have made certain borrowed money to do certain things, you got to make that back and some. That's why I tell you guys about the information I give. I cannot afford to give out the type of information I give for the type of money that some of these people be out here. They can afford it for their classes to be 30 and 40 or whatever they charge. That's their business. I ain't hating on them, but I cannot afford to give this level of insight. I can't do that. Sorry, sir, and sorry, ma'am. And I know way more than I actually teach. But my point is, it's okay if that's what you can afford to do what your pocket prophesy to you. But if you want certain things out of life, then you don't go to a 5-star restaurant complaining about the prices. You never should have took your ass to that 5-star restaurant. You knew that was a 5-star restaurant before you pulled up there. So one thing that I do to help people, I tell them up front who I am and how I rock and roll. So you can make a decision. Is this somebody that I want to invest my time, energy, and resources in? Or I need to find somebody else where I have people say, you know what? I'm going to save up my money to work with this man. It means that to them. If you have questions, you must go to my super chat and ask your question. If you only paying a prostitute, and I'm not endorsing prostitution, but if you only paying a prostitute $40, you got to know she can't be that clean, because she can't afford to clean her body on $40. If you are a businessman or woman, you should have a better understanding that you got to know that I can't afford to run this operation on $20. This dress alone was $150 for my dog. And then when I went through my Misa with my dog, she did not even want the dress. So I had to go buy her another dress, which was a blue dress, and that was an additional $150. So within 5 days, I spent $300 on dresses. Before you get into Ocha, why you think I keep telling you? And then I'm so gracious to my melanated people. I'm giving you opportunity to partake in this without getting initiated. I am giving you tools from my own orishas. I'm giving you blessing from my own cauldron. I'm giving you blessing from what I got crowned with. And you think you giving me something? Ryan said, because it's well worth it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Much love to you. What's up, Brother John, the father of our church? Let me tell y'all something. Everybody just has a different form of self-esteem. I want you to understand, education costs in the natural world, it costs in the spiritual world. Investment is true in the natural world, it is also true in the spiritual world. Every man or woman is not good at business, they're not proficient in business. This is why many of you guys, if you go to my website, there's many different ways of payment. You know why? Because I am proficient at business. Because I ain't finna let you have no excuse not to give me $1. You understand? We monetize our thing because it costs money to travel. I'm not gonna be taking my pension money when I retire or whatever and paying. That's gonna take care of my bills and my lifestyle and my 401. I am generating the funds to do the things that are necessary. Sir, man, that's not being greedy. That's being smart. That's financing the agendas of your life. We say it in the church. For every vision, God gives provision. So I'm asking the ego, if this is what you want, I need provision for this. I don't want to be out here worried about where me and my staff gonna go or if they buy the ticket. No, I'm going to be proactive to create a success before I ever leave home. I'm going to be strapped before I leave home. Just like when I go whole hopping, I'm strapped before I leave home. I don't go to the whole house and then get strapped. I'm strapped before I leave home. What's up there, my Pisces in the house, Darius? I want y'all to understand. Like even Darius, it's only so many people that can work with my ministry. If you're generating a certain amount of income, I start saying, okay, can they afford to maintain this type of working? There are certain people that can give heavier. This is why I offer them different things. I'm trying to see if certain people can walk with me. If you can't financially walk with me, then it's not gonna work, because I need to be able to know that you can stand on your own 2 feet. Now, I don't mind helping you here and there. I was helping Minister Mario here and there. Maybe he gonna get paid and I take care of it and he give me my money back, or sometimes I tell him to keep it because he done helped me do X, Y, Z, or whatever is going on. But that's a workable relationship. But at the end of the day, he can take care of himself. Can you financially afford to be in a certain type of relationship? And if somebody allows you to be in a relationship with them spiritually or naturally, and you are financially challenged, then you show grace and mercy, and then you give. If you ain't got resources, then you give your talent or your time. That's why some people relationship don't work when the woman is the breadwinner, because you don't feel sufficient as a man. And there's many other things that you can make that relationship successful than if you're not bringing in the bulk of the money. But I wanted to say this because I see that it's too many people, especially Caucasian people and people in the church. They love to talk about God gave you that gift. He also gave you lights, but you're paying for lights. He also gave you water, but you're paying for water. I came up in a time when we had water fountains that we can go to. The city got rid of them. You notice that when they wanted to get the payphone, when they wanted the cell phones to become a thing, they got to start getting rid of the payphone. When people want you to spend money a certain type of way, they get rid of other avenues. They get rid of other assets. So you will be guided into doing that. Now we don't even necessarily need a landline because most of us ain't home anyway, and we communicate through cell phones. We do a lot of our business through our cell phone. But there was a time you needed a landline to do business. People would not even give you credit if you did not have a landline, because they did not consider you a legitimate business without a landline. Now people doing business with you on your cell phone because that's the way of the world right now. Everything costs. And depending on what you want to do with your life, sir, man, where you want to go to school, oh, Joseph, that's not Darius. I'm not your homie. We not fucking. Y'all come in with all that disrespect. I'm not your homie. I'm 51 years old. I'm not a street nigga. I will cuss you out in the street, but I'm not a street nigga. Now, make sure as you grow and develop and you really trying to learn what real magic is, that I gave you an intro to understand how costly it is to get involved in that particular sciences. If you're in my church, you are benefiting off of some costly sciences, and the least you can do is do your part. And when you don't do your part, you cannot make me believe that you have respect for my spirits, my ancestors, and my ego. And so therefore, I'm giving you the energy that you give me. I teach you and show you how to treat me, and I in return, I treat you as the same. Well, my thing to many of you guys, if you're going to get an Obia, it costs in that. Shamanism, it costs in that. Root work, costs in that. Hoodoo, costs in that. Don't be around here comparing prices, because different traditions, different people practice things for various reasons. Nah, if you are financially challenged, that don't mean that I can't work for you. I'm just not going to use that for you. I'm not going to use them for you. Thank you for the apologies, Joshua Davis. But I just thank you for being respectful. There's nothing wrong with apologizing. I appreciate that. If you have questions, you must hit the chat. And this is another thing, y'all. If you're going to follow me and you're going to do this on a professional level, when people are not willing to support what you're doing, and they're constantly, even though you're instructing them to support you and they're not supporting you, you don't give them anything. You don't walk away. You You don't open a hamburger stand and start giving away your hamburgers. You don't open your shoe business and start giving away shoes. You're going to be out of business. When people claim to be grown and responsible and believe in what you're doing, they are going to invest in what you're doing. And give them a space where they can invest. Give them avenues that they can invest. And give them something in return for their investment. And that, sir, ma'am, calls it what we call reciprocity. Energy out, energy in. You give, you get. That's why the Bible says it's more blessed to what? Give than receive. I know you're right. My mom used to say that same thing. I know that right, Minister Al. Let me tell y'all something. I have broken down so many different areas where I don't care if you have never ever. This is why if you ever go out on a date with me, if you ever go out to eat with me, you're going to enjoy your time. You know why you're going to enjoy yourself? Because I'm always financially strapped to have a good time. I'm going to say that again real slow. Ask my hoes. I'm always prepared for the freaky. I understand spiritually and naturally. If I want to enjoy something, I need to have what I need there. And if you are a grown man, if you want to enjoy this this ride with Ocha, this ride, make sure, or a grown woman, make sure that you're economically able. And that this is the time of life that you can give that type of time and energy to. When I went to buy my house, I put down, they originally asked me for $19,000. And then something happened and they said, well, we're not going to be able to close because now we need $21,000. I had took out of my account $25,000. So I gave them the $21,000 because when I moved in this house, I didn't bring any furniture and stuff from my old house. I brought brand new stuff in this house. How can you tell me why I need a read? Pisces, God, you need a reading. I know that's right. Get that money and send it. Thank you, Shamari. Thank you, Brother Johnny. Money and send. You don't let nobody curse, hex. Well, this is me. I'm going to protect my health and my wealth with everything I got. I don't know about nobody else, but a lot of my resources go into protecting my health and my wealth, which is my currency. Because you can't function in this life with those items being cursed or hexed or jinxed. So whether you do hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, whatever you do, you need to make sure that those particular areas of your life are well protected. And like I said, I ain't here to tell you what to do. I want y'all to understand, I've been doing this a lot. I know how to be successful. Because I'm not afraid to work. I'm not afraid to take care of my spirits. And they're not afraid to take care of me. Oh, you sent for a reading? I got you on. He just said Cancer. Let me read it. Shamari. Cancer. Reading. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning Shamari the Cancer. Edidiosa, Shamari the Cancer. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Shamari the Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to focus on? What is the focal point for this Cancer? It's all right, baby. Thank you, Love Life. Now, Monique got healing. Okay. Give me a second, Monique. Healing. Shamari, Cancer. Now, this card right here come up in shadow. This is my victory card in this particular deck. It says, Pei Lamed. It said, I am ready to battle the nasty habits and unpleasant character traits that I have not been able to get rid of. This name ensures my victory over the force of ego. That is so important in Cancer. It said, I am imbued with emotional power and discipline to triumph over all self-centered impulses and negative desire. This is a maturity card coming in for Cancer. And this is talking about you actually triumphing and being successful with overcoming your ego and getting rid of stuff that that's going to hinder you from getting what God got for you. Then you got, oh, look at your cards are falling. Enough is never enough. It's your middle card. Delayed, none, yud. It said, my eyes and heart remain focused on the end goal at all times. This means that this Cancer gonna be about their business. It says, I awaken persistence and passion to never, that means to never settle for less. This card is also saying, basically, Shamari, when your mind is on a particular goal, do not deviate from that. And then your outcome card says, no agenda, Cancer. Edidio side. Felt that. None are left. It says, my motivation of self-interest, ulterior motive, hidden agendas give way to pure acts of friendship, unconditional love, and giving. When I take myself out of the way, I create a space of true and loving friends, joy, and fulfillment. Shamar, this is some grown-up stuff being indicated in your reading. And this card is talking about your ego. It is also talking about if you get out of the way, that you're going to have a space where you're going to be encountering very true and loving friends, and you're going to have a lot of joy in your life and fulfillment of desire. And that's in your outcome card. That's a lot of growing up that's coming up. A lot of growing up. Oops. Got my princess. I'm going to do this reading for Pisces Goddess. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Pisces Goddess of Pisces. I'm asking thee for guidance through these cards. Guidance. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning this Pisces. She desires guidance. I'm asking thee to reveal to me the guidance that she needs. Okay. All right. Here we go. It said your shadow card. We're asking for guidance for Piscean energy. Your shadow card comes up. You're welcome, baby. Thank you so much, Shamar. It says eliminating negative thoughts is in shadow. And remember, Pisces rules the subconscious mind. So it says Ayin Lamed Mem. It said, I am now switching off the destructive thoughts that emanate from my ego in the space that I have opened. This means portals. Their portals are open. A gentle radiance of light appears. This card right here is talking about when you are Piscean, and if you got Piscean rising, Piscean sun, or Piscean placement or moon, that is the subconscious mind. And whatever is imprinted upon that mind And that's from anything that you're watching, anything that's being said, anything that you're mulling over, or meditating, or focusing on. That imprints on the subconscious mind. This card right here is saying, switch that off. Be mindful, because what this does, it says it's emanating from your ego of Pisces. It says your middle card, Ebasa. It says sweeting judgment. When this card shows up, Pisces goddess, this card has a lot to do with people talking about you and setting judgments against you. It says Yud Lamed Hey. It says through the meditation of this sequence and genuine penitence in my heart, I can lessen or revoke judgment set forth against me. I meditate to offer forbearance and compassion to others. This is what's going on right now, because this card right here is like, this is when I used to turn. This is Isaiah 54:17. And no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rise up against you in judgment. That's what that God stop gossip. When you out here and you carry Piscean energy, which is an old soul, that energy of an old soul, you got to also understand it is the subconscious mind, and not only it is also this with the Akashic records or imprints on the ether, that's kind of like my advanced class, but that Piscean energy comes from the ether. And that's why destiny unfolds with a Pisces, because it's already ingrained, imprinted upon them. And it's actually, but this card right here is talking about their things, people that have set forth certain type of judgment. It could be prayers, they done prayed, spoken word. But this card right here is saying they're going to be condemned, revoked. When you something revoked, it means taken back. And then look at what fell in your outcome card, contacting the departed soul. Ancestors came up in your they are guiding you. It says Chet Bet Va. It says I invoke the memories of loved ones who have passed on. I see them surrounded with the light of the name. You're asking why you see the energy. Egums are around you. It said I meditate to elevate their souls to higher levels of spiritual in the spiritual world. So this card also talking about you elevating. I lost 2 elders. Sorry to hear that, my Lord. This card right here is talking about elevating these souls. And it said, I open to receive guidance and support. This is why I like the way that Spirit uses me, because she was asking for guidance, but all her guidance is coming from Egum. And they're guiding you to higher levels, because this is not only elevating them, this is also going to elevate you. This card right here is where this is saying higher than where you were, and higher than how you have been operating spiritually, but it's coming through Egum, your ancestors. And guys, remember this. People don't have to be your blood relative to be a part of your spiritual core. Me and Mr. Mario are not blood relative, but he's a part of my spiritual core. And you know, and they desire to be a part. This is not a forced thing. Egums are guiding you forward. I would put out, I don't know if you have any camphor, some water, a glass of water with camphor, or alum, because they want you to see clearly. There's something going on that they want you to see clearly. Not with your rose-colored glass. They want you. There's something going on. Your egums are coming through. Your spirits are coming through to make sure that you see clearly. So, camphor will work. Water and camphor, or water and alum. And you can get that for alum from the grocery store. But you want the rocks. I'm crying and I have chills. I see them walking. Yeah, they are. They definitely came up, and that's in your outcome card. So this is something that's going to be continuing. It's not going to be just something for now. This is actually that your departed souls came up in your outcome card. So this is something ongoing. If it came in the middle or in your shadow, it'd be one thing, but they came up in your outcome card. So that's the guidance, that's the direction you're actually headed, and they're gonna guide you in there. And like I said, just be it's still a process of grieving, because I still grieve. The other day I had a real bad and not that it was it just, I have a lot of good memories, but it just, that loss came in really strong. And Chloe, Minister Mario's daughter, texted me, and she was like, because her and her dad always do something special on Mother's Day, and so she wants to go see her dad for Mother's Day, and so I want to make that special. And then I just got emotional behind it, because that's something I was telling him before. Like, yeah, I can be good to your child, but your child needs you. And so, it just did something to me when she, wants to go and see her dad and venerate her father on Mother's Day. So, which I'm going to make it happen. And so I just want y'all to understand, like, that's the beauty of a relationship. Energy never dies. Never dies. All right. I hope that you guys got a lot out of this. I hope that some of you guys take spirituality a lot more seriously than you are. And when it comes to down to your finances and your time, and really invest in your spirituality. I have encouraged many of you guys to get that graveyard work, because I know what the Egun can do through the grave. And so I just want to encourage many of you guys, if you find yourself in a situation where it's getting harder and harder, it's because they're trying to block. Because spirits know what can move them out of the way and take them out of that space. So I can't make nobody do nothing, but I can encourage you and be a light. Hopefully that you will adhere to that, and take your spirituality a lot more seriously, and stop letting people walk over you for nothing. All right, love you all, and I'll see you guys on the flip. God bless.